Good morning, Hoosiers, and welcome to the Season 10 finale of the Bloomington Breakfast Club. I'm Morgan Ludwig.
And I'm Clara Isaac. We have an exciting episode for you today. This being the end of the 10th season, we're bringing back some of the former TBBC hosts, including Julianna Merry, and co-creators Lydia, Knoll, and Gabrielle Bailenson.
And later, we'll announce the winner of our inaugural Battle of the Bloomington Bands, present Alumni Watch with a twist, and look at some summer bucket list items.
So grab your cup of coffee, Hoosiers. It's going to be a great finale.
For the season finale, we decided to take a blast to the past with some of TBBC's former hosts.
We are so lucky to be joined by Lydia Knoll, Gabrielle Bailenson, and Julianna Merry. Thank you so much for meeting with us.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having us.
So to
We're
start
so
off,
honored to be back.
we're going to have some delay that we're going to have to work through with this interview. All right, we'll try and give you a second to respond before we shoot into the next question then. But to start off, where's everyone now? You know, tell us a little bit about your life post TBBC.
Yeah, I am in Los Angeles. I made the move after graduation, so I went back to New York, where I'm from, and then finally made the move in February 2020. So it was a month and a week before everything shut down. So I say good timing because I wouldn't have done it. Maybe it would have taken longer to do it after. So, it was meant to be to come out here. And now I'm at Vox Media, and they own, Pop Sugar, Now This, Thrillist, a bunch of those digital brands. And I'm a social associate producer for them. So yeah, still doing the production stuff, and I love it. Love being out here and working on some on-camera stuff on the side.
Yay, that's so amazing. Oh, Julianna, we'll go to you now.
Sorry. I am in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. After I graduated, I decided to go the marketing route, so use my business degree. And I work at Dick's Sporting Goods, and I'm in a marketing rotational program. So I've been working on a lot of the women's initiatives there, and I'm on the social media team right now. So really liking it. I moved here knowing nobody, and I feel like it's been a really good, growing experience after college. But I miss Bloomington a lot, though.
Fun. Julianna and I actually have a very similar path. I went the sports route as well and used my digital media experience to get in at Adidas out in Portland, Oregon, where I started in our newsroom working on social as well, with some influencer marketing and PR. But I've since transitioned roles and now work as a program manager for our community and social impact team out there with Adidas.
Wow, so all of you are doing absolutely wonderful things after graduating from IU. So how did TBBC impact you and potentially your career trajectory? We'll start with you, Gabrielle.
Oh my goodness, so much. So much. It showed me really what my passion was, and showed me that I could, start something and do something and grow something. And it showed me that, this is really what I love, whether it's production or on camera stuff. And I was really able to get that valuable experience at school. And I'm so glad you guys are able to get it too. And you're sitting there and doing this. I mean, truly, nothing makes me happier. So yeah, definitely, it's impacted me so much, just given me a lot of valuable experience for sure.
I always say that the Bloomington Breakfast Club taught me to talk to anyone, like whether it's a beekeeper or a local restaurant owner, or we've had so many people on the show, and being able to just be comfortable and be curious about what everyone does. I think that that's really helped me now being in a more corporate environment, and just in life in general. I feel like it's let me be more curious and be creative, and that, you know, is so valuable whether you're in school or out of school.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I would second both of your answers, but I'll also add on, it really gave me an entrepreneurial spirit, and similar to what Gabby said, but allowed me to see how I can build something myself from scratch. I can pitch an idea, I can fight for myself and make it happen. And I've continued to do that in almost all of my roles, but was truly affirmed in doing that through TBBC.
Awesome. And for anyone who might not know, Gabrielle and Lydia, you guys are the founders of TBBC. So what kind of inspired you guys? What got you guys to take that step into creating the show?
It's funny, right before we started, we were just talking about how we met in August 2015. You guys, that makes us feel very old.
Don't do the math, please.
I know. That was our first IUS TV call out meeting. And Lydia and I were saying, you know, we both saw each other and we were both young freshmen, women, and we were like, you know, let's, I know, Lydia, you just said, let's latch on. And we just really clicked and realized, okay, there isn't a morning show at IUS TV. There's sports and there's entertainment and there's news, but there really isn't a show that put everything together. So that was how we had our idea. But
yeah, and Gabby, we knew we wanted to work together. That was the end goal. We were like, we have to do a show together. Gabby was on the news and entertainment side. I was doing sports. And we were like, what makes sense in the natural way for us to bring the two together? Well, a morning show talks about everything. Like, let's try that. Because we really just wanted to work together.
Yeah, it's so true.
And the rest is history.
When I first joined the crew, the energy that these two had and brought to the studio and the crew and the way that they treated guests put like the best example for me. And they truly like made the crew and the environment in the studio the way that it was. And it was from the beginning, I knew that they made me want to be a part of it.
Oh,
so going off of that,
energy was Gabby.
Julianna, why and how did you join TBBC?
So I met Bryce at an IUS TV meeting, and he kind of talked to me about what I wanted to do. In high school, I had like morning announcements experience. So I knew I was interested in pop culture. I knew I wanted to be a part of IUS TV. And then Bryce invited me to come to the studio. So one Friday morning I showed up. I was like looking nervously around the studio, like not knowing where to go. And then I just hear Gabby like come up from behind me and she's like, hey, like, how's it going? Like so welcoming. And like from that point on, I started doing some behind the scenes stuff. I would help a little bit with script writing and here and there, just however I could help. And then I ended up becoming one of the hosts and really just got to watch the show grow so much. But from the first moment, I knew that this show was something special. The way that the guests felt when they left, like that was something that I wanted to be able to be a part of continuing on.
Yeah, I think that Lydia and Gabrielle, you guys really created a show that embodies that like welcoming spirit, and anyone, all walks of life, anyone is welcome on the show. And I think that is something that continues to persist even now. So, all right, but moving on, I think it's really important that we all get your guys' opinions on your favorite episode of TBBC.
Oh, there are so many. There truly are. I was thinking about this though. Anything that, and I did this with both of you, Lydia and Jules, anything where we got to talk to a Bloomington business owner or a restaurant, and getting to do field shoots, like Lydia when we did Wheel Pizza, which I don't even think it's still, I think Wheel Pizza closed, which also makes me feel old. But I heard that. But when we went and, you know, we would do that, Lydia, we did the Osteria, and really hearing from those business owners, that was so cool just to get that behind the scenes look. And any, you know, meaningful interview, like guests that we really wanted to land, was always so great. I know that wasn't a specific one. I can't choose.
Yes, I totally agree. I loved working with the small business owners, and the more excited that the guest was about coming on and showing us, what they do was just made it that much more exciting. But ones that stand out to me were our IUDM episodes, because a little bit behind the scenes, what you didn't know was that Gabby and I were actually participating in IUDM. We were on the same committee for it. We were both on the PR committee. So we would be, fundraising and standing on our feet for 36 hours. And then we would rush off and we would change. And then we would go and be on camera and do the whole show, like while we were part of the event, and then stay there all night. So it was just so much fun, such great stories. And that was when we were really on our feet, finding people to interview and capturing the moment. So those stand out to me. Those were crazy, like long days.
You're the best.
That is crazy long. Oh my goodness. I can't imagine. I would say the ones that stand out the most to me are the season finales, and probably more so because emotions run very high those days. But I can just remember the finale of our first season and that feeling of pride and knowing that we did it, and now we completed something, and like we had a whole season to show for it. And it was just an incredible crew behind us that helped us make it happen. We were all very close that first season. We still, as I've said, keep in touch with some of our crew members and have continued working with them in different ways. And so that was probably the highlight of my time there.
Yes, I definitely feel that. I've been saying all morning that I'm really emotional right now. I'm excited for the finale, but it's also sad that, we have to wait until next semester, but it'll come pretty soon, hopefully. So outside of just filming for the episode, what is your favorite TBBC memory? It could just be moments that you shared with each other.
That's another. Well, Jules, honestly, you just talked about IUSTV. IUSTV, IUDM. Yes, that was really good. That was such a good memory that we had together. And just honestly, anything with the crew. I loved, like, every time that we could all get together, our pre-production meetings, Friday mornings, and then having the show air on Mondays. It really, Thursday nights I would get so excited and be like, hey, I'm, take it so seriously, and I'm shooting tomorrow, and just having that team and the crew, and just building a family, as I'm sure you guys feel, and I hope you do. I think that, I know that's not really a memory, and maybe I'm not really answering the question, but any time that we could all spend together, whether that be a pre-pro meeting or or show day or anything else that we did, outside of the show, it's just very special.
I totally agree. I think that it sounds bad, but my favorite moments were the technical difficulties. Like throughout all the seasons I was on, we had the power go out. Me and our producer, Morgan, my senior year, when we tried to do a lot of out of studio stuff and switch it up with, the ever changing environment. And we would be almost brought to tears over the mics not working and like on like, So it was just really good times where we would all just come together as the crew, figure out how to move forward. And then at the end of the day, we always had a show. We never had to miss a show because of technical difficulty, which is just such a huge accomplishment. And by the end of it, we would all just be absolutely cracking up in the studio. Like, how is this happening right now? Like, it was just, good times to come together and really make it happen and see everyone's like passion come through, which was awesome.
Mm-hmm. My answer was in a similar vein, Julianna, because I feel that the wardrobe malfunctions were one that always gave us the hardest laugh, because we would show up, we're both so tired, it's Friday morning, like we're ready to wrap up the week, and to your point, something goes wrong, wardrobe is not working, and that's something, like, you don't have a change of clothes there with you. We had to get pretty crafty sometimes in fixing outfits or whatever we had to do, pinning things back, helping our guests. So that always gave us a good laugh. But then I'd also say the high stress moments of meeting the deadline too, where we're like frantically trying to get an edit out and redoing graphics really quick and trying to make it all come together. And while the moment itself is not always fun, as soon as you finish it and get it out, it's like such a feeling of relief. And then we can all come together and laugh at how stressed out we were and how crazy it was to try to push this episode out or do this new innovative thing. And it all works out in the end, and we have a great time doing it.
Yeah, there truly are a lot of special moments on this show, and I'm excited to continue to make more. But unfortunately, that is all we have time for today. So thank you guys all so much for coming out and interviewing with us. We obviously would not be where we are here today without the foundation that you guys established. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so
Well, thank
much for
you.
being here and helping us celebrate 10 seasons of the
Congrats.
Bloomington Breakfast Club.
We're
That
so
is such
happy.
an
We're so proud. We're
accomplishment.
so excited. Thank you for having us.
So proud.
Thank you.
Yes,
It was
thank you for
absolutely
continuing
wonderful
it
talking
on.
to you all. We'll be right back
Great to
after
meet
this
you both.
quick break.
Welcome back.
We're now going to toss it over to TBBC correspondent Abby Ruckert to share her summer bucket list. Abby?
Thanks, Claire and Morgan. Hey everyone, I'm Abby Ruckert, and today I will be sharing with you my favorite summer bucket list ideas. Starting off with number 1 is go to a drive-in movie. I love going to drive-in movies because they're so comforting and classic. The memories I've made at drive-ins are some of my most cherished. Drive-ins give me all of the summer feels. I've actually included a picture of the drive-in I go to all the time at home. It's right here. And moving on to number 2, we have go to the beach and have a picnic. Getting to watch the sunset at the beach with your friends can be such an amazing time. Even if you don't live near a beach, why not have a picnic at a local park? And for number 3, we have go to a concert. Personally, this is one of my favorites, especially outdoor concerts because of the summer weather. Lollapalooza is a very popular outdoor music festival that I've gone to numerous times and would highly recommend checking it out. And for number 4, I think it's always fun to do a slip and slide. This is one of the best ways to cool off and have some fun with friends if you don't have access to a pool. All you need is a large area of land, a tarp, some water, and soap, or you can always purchase one at the store. Last but not least is going for a hike. This is something I've always tried to do more of. Hiking is a great way to get a workout in while getting outside and enjoying nature. And those are some of my summer bucket list ideas. That's all I have for you today. Have a great summer, Hoosiers, and back to you, Clara and Morgan.
It is now time for a quick round of unnecessary updates. But first, we have to announce the winner of TBBC's Battle of the Bloomington Bands. And the winner is...
Sound Weasel! They were such a fun group. Congratulations to the Weasels. Well, Grace, do you want to start us off with your update?
Yes, congratulations to the Weasels, of course. So in February, we got to discuss the exciting news of Shailene Woodley and Aaron Rodgers ending their engagement, which I thought was really funny because he said that he put football over their relationship or something, which is really funny. Anyways, since then, the couple got back together, but then they actually just broke up again. And once again, it's because he put football over her. And it's so funny. And I know that, like, that's all there is to say on it, basically, but I love it.
This is, like, the same thing that happened 2 months ago?
Yes. That's why I had to update us on it for the last episode.
Wow. That's...
I know we're all really dedicated to Shailene Woodley and Aaron Rodgers' relationship. Star of Divergent and The Fault in Our Stars. And Aaron Rodgers, football guy.
How does that even happen over the course? There wasn't even any football that happened in those 2 months. That was after the Super Bowl and before preseason. How does that? What football does he have to prioritize?
Practice, I guess.
I don't keep up with sports. Like, is he a good football player?
Yeah.
Or-
Is he?
I mean, he's kind of past his time, in my opinion.
Not past his
He's a little bit old,
He's
but
kind of like in like Peyton Manning's league. He's the only football player I know.
So basically you're saying he should have enough time for Shailene Woodley because he's past his
he
prime.
certainly
he's
should.
way past his prime. He's quite old.
Maybe he's like they're back together. He's like out in the backyard like throwing a football. She's like, "Babe, come in. We're like having dinner." He's like, "Sorry, I'm throwing the football." You know, it just like keeps throwing it. She's
that's
like, "I made dinner. Stop putting football over our relationship." He says, And he doesn't.
And then they break up. Then and there.
And then she tells him to leave.
And then she's like, okay, get out. But like the source was like they have permanently split. So I guess when they broke up in February, it wasn't a permanent split.
It was temporary.
It was a temporary split.
I'll bet
It
you
was just
$15 that in another 2 months we'll have another unnecessary update.
The first episode back, we're like, okay, by the way, guys, they're back together.
They're like, did I say permanent? I didn't mean permanent.
Anyways.
Okay, so I'll go next. So there has been ongoing conversation in Hollywood, of course, about method acting, especially Jared Leto's method acting and how it can occasionally make experiences on set uncomfortable for other actors. And Sebastian Stan has recently expressed that he feels method acting is irresponsible and narcissistic. And since I know both of you are film majors, I just want to know, what are your opinions on method acting?
Yeah. After you.
All right. Well, I will say that I like method acting for what it's originally intended to be, but what like people associate with method acting now is not actually method acting. It's just being a dick. Yeah. So, am I allowed to say that?
No, we can say.
I'm allowed to say that? All right, it's fine. Well, that's my opinion of it now. But like originally method acting was like just trying to relate your own personal experiences with the experiences of the character and trying to like think about and be conscious of what that character, how they would respond to the situation. But now it's like, you know, Jared Leto dressing up all creepy and being a weirdo on set in between takes. So
didn't he send like pig organs to a member of the crew?
I would not be surprised.
That's what I was gonna say.
Or like for Suicide Squad, maybe.
Yes, for Suicide Squad, he sent like I think a live rat to Margot Robbie.
Yeah, that's not method acting. That's just being a psychopath.
If I was Margot Robbie and I get a live rat from Jared Leto, I would not be doing the Suicide Squad. I already wouldn't be acting in the Suicide Squad if I was Margot Robbie. She could do better.
Yeah, she.
Anyways, I have a very similar opinion. I think that like if it's going so far as to like it affects other people's livelihood, it's not good, obviously. Like if it helps you in your acting, of course, do whatever you have to do to like help your acting, but not so far to the point that it's going to like affect other people and like make you seem like a bad person. Why would you want that? And also, if I had to choose between Sebastian Stan and Jared Leto and their opinions on anything, I would obviously always choose Sebastian Stan, star of that one cannibal movie, Once Upon a Time, season 1, and Marvel, which I'm famously done with, but that's okay.
Topic for another unnecessary update.
I think method acting, don't do it if it's gonna make people feel sad.
So I think we've come to a consensus that when you both are all like famous in Hollywood with your film degrees, you're not gonna allow it on your set.
It will not be allowed unless it's Sebastian Stan.
I'll allow, you know, what method acting was meant to be.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna allow Jared Leto anywhere near me or
No.
anyone that I care
He's
about.
Scary.
Makes sense.
Except when I make Morbius 2.
All right. Well, so for my unnecessary update, I decided to take it in a little bit of a different route. So after being absolutely embarrassed by you two in our last unnecessary updates on the April Fool's joke, I decided that I'd like to redeem myself. So I was thinking you guys could quiz me on some Disney stars because I've been doing my research.
Oh.
I did about 23 minutes of research before the episode today, and I decided that I'd like to prove myself.
Okay.
So if you,
Did you say 20? How many minutes?
23.
Okay. Did you watch one episode of a Disney Channel show?
No, I just went on Google. So.
Okay, so the problem with this is that now we have to come up with questions off the top of our heads.
You just ask me about Disney stuff.
Okay, I got a few.
Okay.
So I'll give you like the name of the person. You tell me the show. So what Disney sitcom was Debbie Ryan the star of? This is easy.
Wait, no, I know.
You looked this up.
No, I know this. I looked this up. This was on my research. Okay, what is that called? Oh my God, what's it called? Give me a second. Cause.
Tell me if you want a hint.
She's a babysitter, right?
Yeah, she's a babysitter. Wow.
Is this the one with Peyton List?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's her name?
It's her name of the show is the title.
I know this. I'm blanking because I'm stressed. I feel like I've given enough information that you know that I know it because there's the lizard.
There's
the big lizard. Yes, the lizard.
Mrs. Kipling.
Yes. But I don't remember what it's called.
You want me to tell you?
Yes.
It's Jessie.
You know the theme song? Hey Jessie.
But
What's the
but I
spin-off
proved
of the
that
show?
I know
What's
enough,
the spin-off of the show? What's the spin-off of Jessie? It's a more recent one.
It's right there on Google. Like when you look up Disney sitcoms, it'll tell
Yeah.
you.
Whoa, guys, what's the camera person back there doing?
We don't have camera people.
Jesse's
Morgan.
He said I did research for
What is
this.
this? Bunked? Is that what it's called?
Bunked.
Yeah,
You got
you
it
got
right.
it.
Wait, no, he didn't have to look it
I
up
got
at
it.
all. Okay, my question is similar to that. What Disney Channel show did Queen Selena Gomez star in?
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Yeah, and also Justin Henry and Jake T. Austin.
Yeah, I love
And David something?
I think that is the
David
tenor.
something?
Yes.
No, not the because see, this was my research, right?
David
One of the
Henry.
yes,
Did I not say that?
David Henry.
I didn't.
He was on it.
Okay, we'll do one more.
I
And
said Justin Henry.
oh, I think this one's gonna be difficult. It's like an
Okay.
OG Disney show. Okay.
Okay.
So the name of the actor is Mitchell Musso. What Disney sitcom was he on?
You can name the Disney sitcom, or you can name the Disney XD show that he was on, because he was on 2.
Was that Austin and Ally?
No.
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 Okay,
Is
I'm
that
gonna give you a hint on the
Sweet
show.
Life of Zack and Cody?
No. It's a show, a double life, superstar,
Literally a double life.
pop star.
Hannah Montana.
Yes.
Yes. I got it. I got it. I'm good. I'm
Austin-
good, guys, right? I've proven
You're so
myself.
good. Austin and Ally, I will say one thing. Austin and Ally famously stars Ross Lynch of Teen Beach Movie, my favorite DCOM. And his brother famously is a warbler in Glee, Riker Lynch. Okay, that was good.
That's it.
And now, this week, I will be doing a little alumni watch, but with a twist. I had the opportunity to interview some graduating seniors and ask them about their favorite memories while at IU. So keep a watch out for these soon-to-be alumni. Let's take a look. All right, good morning, breakfasters. I'm here on the street with one of our newest alumni. Tell everyone your name.
Hi, I'm Zoe Alper.
I'm Bryn Tepper.
Amelia Tepper.
Kara Duvall.
So nice to meet you, Kara. So we have a segment on our show called Alumni Watch, where we catch up with people who have graduated. And since we have a whole new class of graduates, we thought, why not take to the streets and catch up with them? So basically, if you could tell, what's your major, and then what is a class that you recommend everyone here take? It doesn't have to be a class in your major, but if it is, that's cool.
I am in advertising, and I would recommend everyone to take intro to communications here. You learn a lot about yourself, how to overcome anything, and just grow up as a person in that.
I'm sports media, and then I recommend if you are sports media or even if you're not, I took a podcasting class here, and it was really fun. Even if you don't do podcasts or any sort of thing like that, it was really fun, and you learned a lot. You learned how to use all these different software and stuff. I really like the professor too, so I recommend that class.
Definitely take Michael Uslin's class, both of his classes. If I were to recommend any class ever to anyone, not even at IU, I would take his class because I probably learned more than I have learned at any media school class. No offense to my professors, but it was an experiential learning class, and I think I gained so much knowledge.
What has been your favorite memory here at IU?
That's so hard. I think a culmination of all the little things, just walking to class, very simple moments like that. Because I was walking class yesterday, and I was like, oh, this is the last time I'm going to do this. And I really liked walking on campus, so I feel like that's probably something.
My favorite memory is probably joining a sorority and meeting all my friends in that.
Probably just freshman year, I had a hard time my first semester, but second semester I joined a sorority and I met all my best friends, so that's probably my favorite memory, is just meeting all my best friends and doing everything together. So
That's so cute. Making memories to last a lifetime.
yes.
Well, that does it for our season 10 finale. Thank you so much for tuning in all season long.
And thank you for allowing us to be a part of your Monday mornings or whenever and wherever you watch our show.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at B-Town BFest Club. For IUS TV, this has been Morgan Ludwig.
And I'm Clara Isaac. Have a great summer, Hoosiers.